Hi Taurus, welcome to Miss Leo's Tarot. I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys have had a wonderful new year. So this is going to be your monthly love report. We're going to be going into, for the first part of this video, we're going to be going into people, the Taurus, people out there that have somebody on their mind. And the second part of the video is for Taurus that are singles that don't have anyone specific in mind. All right, so we're going to go into their current emotional state, you know, what they're thinking or repressing. We're going to go into their blocks and final outcome. All right, Taurus, so let's get right into it. Let's see the person on your mind. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What is going on with their person? All right, Taurus, so let's get into it. What is their current emotional state towards you right now? Oh man, we have the Five of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups. Someone's very confused. Taurus. So obviously here with the Five of Cups, they're feeling really upset about something. They're feeling very weighed down by, I don't know, I'm kind of getting right off the bat that obviously, you know, this is some sort of heavy situation here. We have the Cross. So they're feeling very burdened. They're feeling very overwhelmed, sad about not being in contact with you. And I feel like they're having like brief moments of confusion, which I'm not sure like what they would be confused about. We'll clarify that in a second. But they're having brief moments of, you know, maybe Taurus will talk to me, but, you know, but then they quickly change their mind and think, well, no, maybe I messed things up. What are they confused about? Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. Clarifying the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like someone's not making a decision here about some sort of commitment. Ten of Pentacles is long-term energy. Two of Swords is a stalemate, indecision. All right, so I feel like maybe we have Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, like, did you like draw a firm boundary with this person? Were they, you know, not stepping up fast enough? And you kind of just told them like, look, like, you know, if things aren't going to go anywhere, then, you know, I'm kind of done. Yeah, because I feel like you were kept in, like with the Three of Wands, you were kept in some sort of waiting energy with this person. Maybe you were the one that felt like you were in limbo with them, and maybe that's why you cut things off. But whatever the case, Taurus, I feel like this person is really in their feelings about not being in communication with you, and they're feeling very confused about how, you know, like where they stand. And I feel like I said, they have brief moments of hope that maybe you'll talk to them again, but that's overshadowed by grief and heavy feelings. So it's kind of confusing, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with that pile. So let's go into what they're thinking but not expressing. What they're not expressing to you is the fact that they care very deeply about you in this situation. They have a lot of deep feelings for you, Taurus, okay? But I feel like your person is choosing not to engage in this. I feel like they're trying to maintain some sort of power, okay? They're just not letting you know just how much this is eating away at them. We have the Mice energy. So this is definitely something that's eating them up inside. But like I said, they're keeping a poker face. They're not showing anything on the outside, but deep down inside, obviously with the Queen of Cups, they definitely have a lot of emotional depth for you, and they're just trying to show a brave face. They're just trying to keep everything stable, and, you know, they're just trying to maintain power in this whole dynamic. All right, so what are they repressing or avoiding? Your person here with the World energy, they obviously feel like what they're avoiding is the fact that this relationship has come to a close here, okay? They're feeling very worn out by the situation between you and them, but I feel like they're keeping themselves in a state of limbo by not choosing, by not really taking a strong stance in any direction. But regardless, I feel like they really don't want this cycle to be closed out with you. And so I feel like that's what's really wearing them down. They're not wanting to admit that it's over between you two. I feel like they still are holding hope that something will maybe start again, or maybe you'll contact them or something like that. They're still holding hope for this connection. Taurus, I feel like your person is really focused on long-term stability for themselves. And I feel like they have like this fear of scarcity. And I feel like here with the main energy that I'm getting is that they basically are afraid to commit because it feels risky. It feels really heavy. There's a sense of, them not making enough money or not being able to provide. I feel like this person definitely does have, like I said, a scarcity mindset, and they're more like focused on their long-term stability. And to be honest, another thing that's coming to mind is, it's the fear of the unknown. They're afraid of, what the commitment would bring. They fear of losing, their freedom and things like that. And I think that's what's blocking this person from stepping up and actually making a decision and or committing. I feel like this person is afraid of losing their freedom, losing their stability, and things like that. All right, so what is the likely next movement here? So Taurus, we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Six of Swords for likely next movement. All right, so obviously you're going to be getting some sort of conversation, like some sort of text message, call. There's going to be a conversation here about, where things stand with you. I feel like there's going to be some sort of resolution here with the Key and the Whip. This is talking about healing and bringing clarity to a reoccurring issue, something that you've been dealing with over and over again. So it could be like a direct confrontation. It could be like kind of like some sort of argument as well. It may not be a comfortable conversation, but I definitely do feel with the Eight of Wands here and the Six of Swords, there is going to be this conversation that is much needed, because it's going to bring a lot of clarity and it's going to bring this whole situation out of limbo. All right, so let's pull a couple cards and see I just want to get one final message before I end this section. What is likely to happen? What is likely to happen for Taurus and the person on their mind? What is the final outcome? Broom, sweeping away something you don't need anymore. Yes. Give me one more card, Spirit. Give me one more card, Spirit. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of clearing the air. Give me one more card, Spirit. Too many, sorry. Give me one more card. Too many again. I don't know why they keep falling out in clumps. Okay. All right, so we got a couple of cards. One's a timing card. So we have blossoms, flourishing, health, and spirituality. We also have within 2 weeks. So, and then a lot of luck. So yeah, I feel like this clearing of the air is going to be happening. It's saying within 2 weeks, you're going to be hearing from this person, or, you can be, I feel like this person's going to be contacting you, but whatever, you're going to be having this conversation within 2 weeks. It's a very much needed conversation. And I feel like things are going to go very positively here with a lot of luck card with gold. Yeah, it looks great. All right, so that is what I have for you, Taurus. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, feel free to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Hey, Taurus. This is going to be a video for the month of January. We're going to be diving into Taurus singles. This is for people that don't have anyone specific on their mind. You're just kind of wanting to tune in and see what is coming your way in the month of January when it comes to your love life. All right, Taurus, so let's get into it and see what is coming your way in love. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. So the first question is, what are you currently vibrating in love right now? What are you radiating? What are you emitting energetically? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune, birds, and we have the stars. So obviously you're in an energy where you're not taking any crap. You draw firm boundaries, you know, and I feel like here with the Wheel of Fortune, something is shifting for you here. And I'm going to be clarifying that something is shifting for you. I feel like here with the birds energy and the stars, birds energy is all about talking, communication. So you could be literally, you know, about to meet somebody, maybe through the internet somehow, maybe, you know, online kind of thing. I feel like somebody wants to talk to you. There's this thing about like talking, communication. That's kind of what I'm picking up. What is shifting for Taurus? I want to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. What is shifting for Taurus? We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you are really magnetic right now since you've kind of drawn these boundaries. I feel like you've become more attractive to other people. You're in like Queen of Wands energy too. So, you know, that's someone that's really magnetic. You know, you've pulled your energy back. You kind of seem to other people like hard to read or hard to approach. You just seem kind of intimidating to other people. And I feel like, you know, there's people around you that want to talk to you, but I feel like they're kind of intimidated, like I said. Yeah, it's that kind of vibe. You're emitting a no shit taking kind of vibe that kind of intimidates people is what I'm getting. All right. So what kind of a person are you attracting? We have the Knight of Pentacles, so you could be attracting another earth sign. We have the Empress energy. We also have the Ring, and we have the Fish. So regardless of whether it's an earth sign or not, I feel like this person is going to be commitment minded. This is somebody that, you know, obviously wants something very stable. With the Empress energy, they want, you know, they want growth. They want, you know, they see you as somebody that's very nurturing and somebody that would make a great life partner. We also have the Ring and the Fish. So this is somebody that is very much commitment minded. So that is what you're attracting. You're attracting somebody that wants something long-term, something stable, and a committed relationship. All right, so let's move on to see how this person is likely to feel about you. All right, what are they likely to feel? We have Temperance energy. We have the Five of Pentacles, Moon, Dog. With the Temperance energy, I feel like this person is going to feel that you guys balance each other out very well, that you guys click, you guys just kind of like blend together really nice. I feel like they're going to have these feelings for you that's going to bring up, you know, here with the Five of Pentacles. This is all about being left out in the cold and kind of like rejection energy. So I feel like when they develop these feelings for you, you're going to trigger these abandonment wounds or something that maybe they've dealt with in the past in previous relationships. But I feel like you're going to trigger some sort of fear of loss in them, if that makes sense. It's like, I don't know how to put it. They're afraid of not being able to measure up to you, or they're afraid of, you know, losing the connection with you. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right. Or that they're going to mess things up. But there's like a deep hidden fear underneath there when they meet you that you're going to trigger in them. All right, so let's look at how the connection's going to begin. We have the Two of Pentacles, juggling energy, Four of Wands. We have the lilies, and we have the ship. Okay, Taurus, so I have two options of how this could happen, like how the connection is going to begin, right? So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, lilies, and the ship. So obviously here with the ship, I feel like this is kind of like some sort of long distance thing. So option one, I feel like you're going to meet this person online, like I mentioned earlier, and you're going to arrange to meet each other. Maybe you drive halfway, they drive halfway, or someone flies, I don't know. But this whole thing is coming, this person lives at a distance to you, and you're kind of arranging and figuring out the logistics of how you guys are going to get together. Okay, option two, I feel like you get invited to some sort of event that is at a distance. And that's where that's how all this is going to begin, when you go to this event and you actually talk to the person and interact with them in person, kind of thing. But either way, I feel like the lilies in the ship, this is somebody that's very emotionally mature, somebody that, it feels very calm around, it's, like a peaceful vibe around this person. But definitely here with the ship, there's some sort of distance involved in how this connection begins. And I feel it's some sort of traveling. All right, so what is the near future potential between you and this person that's coming into your life? We have the Chariot, forward movement. We have the Five of Wands, so that's a little bit of tension, a little bit of conflict. We have the Snake, and we have the Stork. This reading is confusing. We have the Five of Wands, all right? We have the Chariot, which is forward movement here in your near future potential, with the Five of Wands, which is all about someone feeling like conflicted in everything. Okay, and we have the Snake, which is complications, with the Stork, which is things improving, right? So I clarified the Five of Wands with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So obviously here, Taurus, somebody here wants to communicate, but they also want to maintain some sort of like boundary, as far as not boundary, that's not the right word. They want to maintain some sort of power. They want to maintain some sort of authority, I guess. All right, with the Snake, I asked what the complication is. We have the Page of Cups with the Five of Swords. So I feel like somebody here doesn't want to lose face. They want to talk to you. They want to express some sort of feeling towards you, but they don't want to lose some sort of power dynamic. I don't know. Like, they don't want to appear weak. They don't want to appear... it's something like that. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. It just... hopefully it makes sense to you. But somebody wants to express, like I said, some sort of heartfelt message, but they're not sure how you're going to take it because you're coming off, pretty intimidating. So this person wants to maintain some sort of like power thing. They want to appear confident and, in control. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Yeah, but but with the Stork energy, the good news is it does move forward in a positive direction, but I feel like the dynamic here will be kind of delayed because of that reason that I just explained. All right, so I want to pull just a few more cards just to kind of clarify the outcome to this whole situation. How is it going to progress forward for Taurus? How is it going to move forward? All right, give me a couple cards, Spirit. How is this going to move forward? How is this going to move forward for Taurus? Okay, so there's going to be something like, we have the Cross, burden, sacrifice. So obviously something upsetting, but it gets cleared up with the Clover energy. It's a little bit of luck. So I feel like it's going to feel some sort of like struggle with this connection. Like I just explained, it's going to be kind of like delayed, and it could bring like maybe some sort of hurt feeling unnecessarily. But like I said, with the Clover and the Stork energy, I do feel like it's going to be cleared up. And I also just pulled one more card that this is going to happen in the winter time. So this is something that's going to be happening very soon. I feel like also, just a side note, this could be someone older than you, but I just pulled a dog. So I feel like this person is going to be someone very loyal. At the end of the day, this does look very positive. It's just, like I said, has like these little hiccups with some sort of like power dynamic or whatever. But this person is someone that's reliable, somebody that's loyal. And I think someone that you're going to really vibe with. There's going to be a lot of like clarity, a lot of happy feelings. You're going to like, feel good around this person. All right. So that is positive, Taurus. Hopefully the reading resonated for you. If it did, feel free to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.